Sweden get their World Cup campaign up and running up against Tunisia, that's right, and they're heading over to Mexico for this game. Who will get off to the best possible start? Will it be Potter? Will it be Tunisia? We'll get into it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at the latest game over in the World Cup. It is in Group F. It's Sweden, it's Tunisia, and of course it's coming at you thick and fast. We'll get to it to 1 second, of course. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want to subscribe for Black and Rovers World Cup predictions. That's right. We got it all here under one Ruski. That's right, Sweden, my little sneaky peek here for the dark horse. Sweden up against Tunisia, outsiders, but maybe there's an upset on our cards. We'll get into that, of course, in just 1 second. Big shout out to my members and the patrons. You know who you are, and a big shout out to, of course, all of you. Make sure you smash the like. We're looking for 48 likes for these videos here. Each and every one of the likes for each and every one of the nations, of course. Show me your love, show me your appreciation. But let's get into the match then, shall we? It is Sweden, it's Tunisia on the 14th of June at the Estadio BBVA at the Pancuma Guadalupe. Goodness gracious me. In Group F, Sweden, 47% form for them right now, coming into us unbeaten the last 3. And against the Tunisians, just 1 win in the last 5 in all competitions, all shapes and all sizes. Let's take a look at last Sweden, how we got to the stage where they qualified. Well, the UEFA pathway, that's right, the playoff B, they won it, and of course they're here and now. Despite having a really dismal qualification campaign, we'll showcase you that in a minute. Securing their spot on the 31st of March 2026. They've been here 13 times in the past, the last back in 2018, of course, and they were runner-up in 1958, of course, a lifetime ago. Goodness gracious me. I've already mentioned it. Graham Potter is the man in the plan there, with captain being Victor Lindelof, VIP Victor Gallorquez. So a couple of experienced pros there. They're ranked 38th in the world rankings. Sweden, you can currently get odds of 125 to lift the trophy at the end of this campaign. This is their qualification plan. As you can see, absolutely dismal, of course. Blame a JDT for this. 2 points picked up, no wins, nothing. Absolutely dismal. Switzerland blew them away in their group, with Kosovo also in a runners-up spot to make the playoff. Speaking of playoff, Sweden qualified via the old Nations League rankings. And they took care of business against the Ukraine 3-1. This was, of course, under Potter. And then they beat Poland 3-2 in that final to guarantee their spot in the World Cup after all. Goodness gracious me. This is their group. They are in Group F alongside the Tunisians, but they've also got the Dutch and the Japanese. It is a very difficult group, this one. And I've caused a bit of controversy by thinking Sweden will finish above the Dutch in this. And that's going down like a lead balloon at the moment. Anyway, Tunisia is the focal point right here, right now. 14th of June, this one. Then it is the Dutch, the 20th of June. And then Japan on the 25th of June. I've got this game being the most important for Sweden because you know, the Dutch and the Dutch and the Japanese are going to be difficult games. There could even be draws. That could be the only positive for the Swedes. So they have to win this game to put themselves in a position to maybe get into those stronger positions of second or maybe in first. So if you pick up a win here and you draw the other 2, 5 points in the bag, you're in good position and you're likely to qualify in one of the top 2 spots. Look at the squad then, and this is a tasty looking squad. They've got a good goalkeeper in Victor Johannesson in the back there. Of course, the defensive ranks, the likes of Johannesson, Svensson from Dortmund, Eric Smith as well. Into midfield, likes of Karlström. They've got Bergvall as well, Ayari, and up top, the likes of Isak, Gallorquez, Alanga as well. Very, very spicy looking team. And of course, a team that's going to cause some problems. Quick look then, shall we, at a starting 11 for this Swedish nation with a 3-5-2. We've got Johansson between the sticks. Helin at the back there, Legabake, Vindelof to make a back trio. We've got Svensson, Ayari, Karlström, Svanberg, and Holm, and Gallorquez and Isic up top. That's just Sweden. What about the opposition? Well, the opposition is Tunisia. They're coming as CAF Group H winners, securing the spot on the 8th of September 2025. This is their 7th tournament. 2022 was their last. 3 tournaments in a row, but they've never broken out the group stages in 78, 98, 02, 06, 2018, and 2022. They are managed by Sabri Lamouchi, the ex-Forest coach there. Captain being Alice Shakiri, VIP being Anas Bensamane, and they're ranked 44th in the world rankings at the moment. They are 501 to lift the trophy at the end of this one, so put your money away. They did qualify in convincing style, though. 10 matches played, 9-1, just the 1 draw. No goals conceded. Airtight defence is what they're building their reputation on right here and now. But of course, qualified at the head of Sao Tao, Principale, Ecuador, Guinea, Malawi, Liberia, and Namibia. Not the strongest of African competition, if I don't say so. Meanwhile, they are in Group F alongside Sweden, the Dutch, and the Japanese. And of course, Sweden is the focal point here and now on the 14th of of June. Then it is Japan on 21st of June. They wrap up the trio against the Netherlands on the 25th of June. So that's, of course, the run-in. What about the opposition or the players called upon for this run-in here? We've got Tunisia with the likes of Darman at the back. We've got Tayibi, Baron as well, familiar name, Ben Hamida, and Omar Rikic. Into midfield, the likes of Ben Samami. We talked about Hannibal Melsbury's here as well. Ismail Kayabi from Augsburg. We got Ali Assad from Hannover 96. We've got Tazim Matsui as well. Not the best looking squad. I think it's going to be a mountain to climb, but this is 11 that I anticipate to start this game with Diamond between the sticks. Abedi, Tayibi, Bron, Valerie at the back, Shakiri, Mabahamud, Said, Hannibal, Ayari, and Masturi leads the line here for Tunisia. Before we take a deep dive into this match, I'm going to hand you over to Eddie to talk about the Fanatics storefront for Blackburn Overseas. And Dirk, thanks again. Yes, we are always thinking here at Blackburn Overseas, and this summer is no different. We've got a brand new storefront, courtesy of Fanatics, our new partner. Big shout out to those guys. Link to that storefront is in the description down below. It also, hopefully, fingers crossed, should be on the screen right about now. Of course, we've got merchandise for Blackburn Rovers, official merchandise that is, World Cup as well. We've got all the good stuff. Make sure to check it out. If you're a sports fan, Fanatics is the place to be. Check that sucker out. Of course, every purchase you do helps the channel in some way, somehow, of course. But until then, it's back to Dirk in the studio. Look at the squad valuations then, shall we? Sweden's values at around about 363 million euros. 26.4 is the average age. They have 22 foreigners on the books. Compared to that of 52 million for Tunisia. 25.5 is the average age, much younger than that of the Swedes. 20 foreigners to the record. They have played 4 times, according to my data. 2 wins for Sweden, 1 win for Tunisia, and there's been 1 draw. Sweden have outscored Tunisia 3-2 in those records there. And of course, a quick look at the public opinion for this group. The group thinks, or the people think, the Dutch 57% to win this group. Japan 34%, Sweden in 3rd with 5%, and Tunisia in 3rd with 3% coming into. So now, if you stick your dream hats on, this is the pathway you could maybe envisage yourself for Sweden. Now, I've got them down as runners-up right here, right now, which would mean a likely round of 32 encounter between the Brazilians or Morocco, depending on how that group pans out. Then, of course, the round of 16 will be either Norway or Germany, depending on how that pans out. And then, of course, the quarterfinals will be England, Argentina, and then Spain. That's the run-in for Sweden. Now, if you're a bit crazy and you want to go for it, Tunisia, this is their best crack at it. 3rd place finish. They'll then take on the French, more than likely. The Germans in round of 16, a quarterfinal of Japan, Spain in the semi-finals, and then the unlikelihood of Senegal or Portugal in the final. Goodness gracious me. But that is, of course, a best-case scenario. Funny old thing, football, you just don't know. You just don't know. The public opinion is also out there for this match. Sweden gets 69% of the public opinion, Tunisia 20%, and the draw is at 12%. What about the bookies? Well, the bookmakers have got it pretty much the same way here. 2017 on is your Sweden, 12-5 is the draw, 10-3 is your away win. That's Tunisia. But, and again, looking at that, looking at what the public opinion says, the bookies saying, you kind of got to agree with it, really. I think Sweden got too much firepower. I think the belief under Potter is now getting a little bit more increased. I think under JDT, the morale was down. I think Potter, of course, kind of earned his spurs in Sweden, so he knows where they've come from, their roots. He's got the fans on the side now because they're at the World Cup from a position of 0 World Cup to now in it, in a group which I think is difficult, but definitely doable. So I'm going to lean towards La Suède here with a 2-0 win. I think they're going to have too much quality up top. I think the defense is a little bit vulnerable. But I think if they get Gayorkes and Isech firing, I think we could actually see the Swedes cause some problems, not only in this group, but also later in the competition. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. That, of course, is my prediction. Let me know yours, of course, in the comments. The best and the worst will be featured in the review show when, of course, we come back to talk about this result. Of course, if you want to look at some other predictions made by myself at the channel, we've got the cat prediction. We've also got the ones made by a bunch of ping pong balls. Make sure to check those out as well. Link should be on the screen right about now. But until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. We're done.